Hello, ATL Kool-Aid Drinker. This is Eddie coming at you again on this Wednesday. We had a really good week and everything. Falcons winning, Georgia winning, Georgia Tech winning, and Georgia State, they won. So we did pretty good. West Georgia, they finally lost one, but that's okay. They that's the only loss they had and everything. Atlanta United, they also lost. But the team that we needed to win, they did. The Atlanta Hawks gonna be getting ready to play tomorrow in their first preseason over in Dubai, and so they're gonna be playing. They wanted to see Trey and Milwaukee Bucks play. Try to run back that divisional finals that they had seen and everything. So that's what they wanted. But hey, that's what's going on. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna do the usual thing that I do, and come and give you some scores, to some of the little locals, college teams, and also scores with the Atlanta Falcons and what was going on, and then we're gonna go. Then I'm gonna give them a shout outs to players, to a few players. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so what we got here now is that we're gonna go on here, and what we're gonna do is that we're gonna give you the scores. And the first score is gonna come. It's gonna be Georgia State. Georgia State actually played Army, and they actually won. I had put that little shout out on Coach, and he did some of that game I didn't like. He got down there at the field goal range in that first beginning of the game, and they were playing a real good team. That would have came back and hung them for not kicking that field goal at the 6-yard line. Come on, coach. Don't be like the coach over at Georgia Tech. I already told you, Georgia Tech. Already, you know what I'm saying? They already lost that. He already got lost his job over there. Don't you be next, man. So don't be making them crazy calls like that. So Georgia State, you gotta stop doing it. You just playing somebody you could possibly beat. You're playing the Army and stuff like that. But you can't make no mistake with a good team. But at Georgia State, I just want to give some shout outs on that game. The quarterback Granger, he looked good. Running back Williams, he looked good. And the wide receiver. Then we had a defensive guy named Fidel, made some pretty good plays. So they look good for Georgia State, and they won 31-14. Now what we got here coming up next, we got Georgia Tech. The new coach, I think this is the new coach that took over from Collins, who for right now that running the team is Dave Pandanoa. I think he's the one that took over and was running the team. And see, some people always say, "Oh, coaching don't matter. Coaching don't matter." That dude just showed coaching matter. That man, he kicked his field goals. If he wouldn't have kicked his field goals, it'd probably been a difference in that game. You see what I'm saying? Because them field goals make a big difference. And that's what he did. He kicked his field goals. And those 2 field goals he kicked really got him the game. And they won that game 26-21. All that going for 4th down and all that kind of stuff. When you got a chance to put some points up on the board, when you already had starting out with a bad season, get your points when you can get them. Man. Ain't no sense, ain't no time to gamble. So get your points when you can get them. That's what he did, and he ended up winning that game 26-21. Because when you get those points, man, so give something for the team fighting to get down the field. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important. It gives something to them with them fighting to get down the field. So what I just saying is that that's what you got to do. Now the next thing is the next team is West Georgia, and where they lost, so I'm not really giving them no shout or anything. But let's go back here. I didn't give you so Georgia State beat Army, and their next game they're gonna play is going to be okay, it's gonna be October. Well, we in October. Let's see what their next game gonna be. Cause this thing is sort of funny to me right here. It's so on October the 8th, they're gonna be playing Georgia Southern. So that's who they're gonna be playing next, Georgia Southern. Now Georgia Tech, their next game is gonna be their homecoming, and it's gonna be on the 8th. Let me make sure they're gonna be playing Duke on the 8th. It's gonna be their homecoming, and Duke always play them. I hope they ready for that. So Duke won't mess around and get that all taken out, taken care of and stuff like that. Mess up their homecoming and all that kind of stuff, So I hope that's not the case. So but yeah, I hope that's not the case and everything, and we go from there. Now, so they're gonna be playing Duke next. Then we got West Georgia. West Georgia actually, like I said, they lost their game. So West Georgia next game is going to be against West Florida. So maybe they'll get a chance to play that game because that storm hit down there. So maybe they get a chance to play that game. But they lost to Mississippi College, 39 to 38. They lost. So maybe they'll bounce back and get back into the winning column. This is their first game they lost. So it shouldn't be no problem with them trying to win and everything and do what they need to do. Next team, poor little Morehouse. They still ain't got no sugar to go with their stuff. They lost again. And maybe at some point in time they did put a little bit more they did put a little bit more points up on the board. They put 20 points up on the board, but they lost 49 to 20. And they actually next game gonna be October the 7th, October the 8th on a Saturday. They're gonna be playing Tuskegee University. They're gonna be actually playing they playing at Tuskegee. So we guys gotta keep pulling for them. Atlanta United played they game. They played New England. They lost 2-1. On October the 1st, they played that game, so that really put them on out of their misery for trying to get into the playoffs and everything. Then we had Georgia. So the Georgia Bulldogs themselves, they played Missouri. It was a really tough game for them. And so the thing is that with them, they had to come back from behind and score in the fourth quarter to really take over to win this game. So it was really something that that started to make people look concerned about Georgia, and in a sense, I know they couldn't wait till Georgia mess up like that. But in that game, I want to give a shout out to Washington, Blaylock, T. Smith, Brock Byler. Those are the players. Also, in Georgia Tech game, my shout out go to a couple of players that really made a difference. A wide receiver, E.J. Jenkins. I'm going to go on and give it to Sims. Either of those Sims, it could have been better, but I'm going to give a shout out to Sims. Definitely a shout out to the kicker, Gavin Stewart, because if he would have missed any one of those field goals, we would have had a problem, because the other coach, from what I heard, that he wasn't kicking him, so he just started to kick. But he did good. And then I want to give a shout out to a guy who made two really big plays, Charlie Thomas. And I want to give a shout out to someone I met him and everything and know of his family. And his name is Clayton Power Lee, number 29. He actually got into the game and recovered a fumble. So, hey, go, my man. Big time, I like Georgia Tech, especially when they had a good coach and were winning. So I definitely want to give them a shout out. And then coming down here to who's next, right? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about these Atlanta Braves. And I'm just gonna because the Atlanta Braves did what they did, and ended up winning that division, man. I just want to give them a really good shout out, and to the whole team. I appreciate. I got to give my boy Otter Rizzi a shout out for really buckling down, and coming in and really playing a really good game and won a 2-1 game to help us win the division. I think he pitched 5 innings, and then give up number 1 run. So that was really, really, really good. So I am so glad about that. And that got us in that division, got us winning that division, and broke the Mets hard and everything. And the sad part about it is, like what my man said on one of the prosticators, I call them prosticators, said that Atlanta Braves is one of the most disrespected World Series champions in NL baseball. I mean, everybody always don't think they can do this, don't think they can do that. But that's always the case with the Atlanta teams. See what I'm saying? So I'm just giving a shout out. I'm just going to call out people, man. Swanson, Harris, the pitchers coming up in now pitching, you know what I'm saying? I got to give a little bit to my boy too, Freed, just got to give him a shout out to Wright, and boy, Iglesias and Jason, man, thank you, bro. Thank you. And especially my 7, 8, and 9 spot, man. Woo! Y'all boy, bad boy. Y'all hope y'all can do this all the way through the playoffs and right into the series, man. Because I'm telling you, y'all boys did it, man. Y'all boys got down. The Rizzi got down, Olsen got down. Olsen really came up big. I really, really, really was happy with Olsen. I mean, it was somebody every single night that had to do something for us to win those games, and they did it. And mentor, you want to coach favorites, and you have got good, so coach can play you. That is really, really good. And so I really, really am happy for the Braves. But see, I want what a champion that shows what a champion team is. They actually had made the playoffs a few days back before they played the Mets, and they had clinched the playoff spot. They didn't pop no champagne, man. They didn't pop no champagne. Not like the Phillies did. Philly was just popping champagne to make the wild card. Now, we had already made the wild card, but we weren't popping no champagne because we made the wild card. We went on and kept our head together, kept our cool, because that wasn't what we were celebrating for. And we went on and got this division championship. See, that's why we trying to tell you about drafting, getting in the draft, man, and them playing, and a coach willing to play those young talent and be able to take and find out what those talents can do. You know, I mean, the Braves from year to year, they play with they check their talents out, and then they check and see what talents they're gonna perform, and then the talents that not gonna perform, they go ahead and make a deal. Now, like Pache, for instance, he was decent, but he just wasn't performing to where they wanted him to perform. And as for you know, I just have to say this. As for Freeman, see what the management can do. Freeman had a choice to stay, but he just couldn't take all that money to stay because they wanted to sign some people. And it made a big difference. They know they got Swanson coming up this year. They know they wanted to lock up Riley. So yeah, everybody talking about, hey, no, but you want to play for this team. And sometimes when you want to play for a team and you want to win championships, sometimes a player have to make a decision. Either the championships or the money. And if you think money is everything, then most of the time you're going to end up taking the money and you ain't going to get the championships. So that's the case, and that's what happened with Matt Ryan. He didn't care about no championship, so he kept trying to get all the money. So now we got rid of him, and now we got a good coach, good management up in there, and they starting to know how to get talent. And I hope they learn this from the Braves of how to keep rotating that young talent. I was listening to a talk show, Talk Atlanta Hawks, and he always want to go talking about getting some old free agents, man. When we got some great young bucks up in here that can run that flow like Jalen Johnson. See, last year they messed up. They're not playing Jalen Johnson and Cooper. Like you probably heard me say that 100 times, but they messed up. So this year they got a chance to really coach, and Nate got a chance. And Nate act like he one of them coaches that don't want to play young boys. That's why he's gonna lose his job. He don't know how to see talent. He want to go get some old stuff that he think he can rely on when you got them young boys ready to come up in there and learn some stuff and take off with it. Cause it don't matter how young you is. If you got a God-given skill and a God-given talent, it don't matter. It don't matter, bro. Believe me. When you can see talent and they got it, it don't matter. So you don't keep a guy with the skill on the bench talking about, oh, he young. So you know what I'm leading up with, right? Because you got to see what they can do. Atlanta Falcons. You got Ritter on the bench. You got the plan. See what he can do. Man, when you got a quarterback and you won, a quarterback with the lowest scoring rate, quarterback rating, and you still win and put up 23 points, imagine what you can do with a quarterback that can actually literally see the field and score and throw the ball at the same time with that running. Imagine that. So what I'm trying to say, I'm telling you, Atlanta Falcons fans. So I'm moving, like I said, I just move right on in from the Hawk to move right in, trying to tell you how the champions here, how they management team go in there and look at them young boys and know how to. Every last one of the people on that team, majority of them, except some of those free agents, those few free agents they bring in now, the nucleus of that team is they drafts. Is they draft boys. Pitchers is they draft boys. Freed, Wright. That's draft, man. Strider, draft. See what I'm saying? Riley, draft. Swanson, draft. See what I'm saying? Duvall, you know, he's not playing. He got hurt. Draft. Harris, draft. The young boy that just came up, Grissom, draft. So, you got to play them young boys. You got to play them. So, so right now, don't be holding back, because right now I'm telling you, Atlanta Falcons fan, this is no more rebuild. It's no more rebuild. We missed that when we went and picked our tight end in the draft and then take a quarterback for the rebuild. So we took the tight end. But we got lucky on this next go-round, man. And we let go Matt Ryan, and we got lucky. We got a Ritter that fell right in our hand. I'm just saying it's okay to play Mariota long. We are still winning and we still have. But when we need that edge, coach, do not let Mariota cause us to lose. Do not. When we need that edge, it's trying when it's time to pull Mariota to get that edge, and we need to get that ball down the field. It is time to put Ritter in there and see if it can be done. Don't mess this year up by this favoritism, okay? Because Pitts, he about to be the Pitts. He ain't trying to get open. Now, this is what I got to say. I'm going to give my shout-outs at the end of it. Now, this is what I got to say. Look, coach, I'm going to tell you what you got to do to win this game. Okay? Listen to what I'm finna tell you. You got a player by the name of Rush. 350 pounds. Put him over the center. Left side of the center, right side of the center, right over the center. Let him stabilize the line. Let Jerry and Carter and the other linemen do their thing. Like Beaky. And Beaky, hey, once you do that, and Beaky might get a sack. Just do it. Now, this is what I got to say. You want to take your boy, Terrell, and you want to put him on number 13. Okay? You want to put him on, and then you want him to be on the island with that guy for Tampa Bay. Okay? You want to put him on the island, and then you want to pick who you want Haywood or Oliver to be on the island with. Man to man. Throughout the whole game. Okay? If Julio is playing, hey, put him on Julio. Play zone on the other guys. You're going to play man to man. Okay? On Julio. And then you want to play man to man on on the other wide receiver. Okay. Now, which is Mike Evans, and but if Julio not playing, then you want to play man to man on Chris Godwin. Okay. Now, old school Russell Gage, who from the Atlanta Falcons, we can play zone on him. Now, that's what we need to do. That's the best way to do it. Coach, I don't want to see no prevent defense. Like I told you, I hope you took that, ball it up, okay, and throw it in, and set it on fire and throw it in the garbage can. No prevent defense. No full zone, coach. No full zone. In this game, you know that Brady's gonna throw a lot. So you got to have some good schemes. Okay? Some good schemes on those blitzes to get to Brady. Because if he catch you blitzing at the wrong time, he gonna burn you. Now he's a smart quarterback. He can pick them up now. If you ain't scheming it right, he see it, he gonna get you. But if you play man to man with those two guys and zone it right, you can make it very hard for Tom Brady. He can't run. You make it very hard. Just make him hold the ball a little bit longer, because that's how he do things, to get it out quick. That's why he don't. So if you can make him hold the ball a little bit longer, he should be. You should have a good game. Now I'm just asking, Coach, whatever you do, Coach, whatever you do, Coach Smith, just call me a decent game, man. You got you're gonna have 3 running backs coming up in now, and 2 whatever you can, man, to help Mariota out, man. Try to draw some more plays for Pitts, man, so Pitts can be can put some fear in the other team, you know, and everything. And I just say one thing about Mariota, man. If you were Matt Ryan, you've been sacked 20 times, bro. I mean, because you got to, and that's the only thing what I say about you. You be able to get out of situations and get the ball thrown or whatever. But like I say, hey, Atlanta Falcons like a box of chocolate. Until I see them playing Felipe Franks, Barnhard, and playing them on a consistent basis to help Mariota out, so he can have a bigger target and a man who can run routes. These other guys can't run routes. You got to run routes to get wide open, because Mariota ain't gonna see you if you ain't gonna see you if you can't get open. You know, so y'all guys got to buckle down, and coach, you got to. And offensive line, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, shout out to the offensive line, man. I'm gonna get to know y'all fellas, man, because y'all boys something else. Y'all boys is something else for real. You know. So all I can say is that the Atlanta Falcons like a box of chocolate. We don't know what we're gonna get, but the most beautiful thing about it, if we win, we're in first place of the NFC South, NFL South, and we're gonna be doing what I said we're gonna do. Cause you know what? What I said, the Atlanta Braves going to the World Series, baby. And guess what? The Atlanta Hawks going to the championship, baby. And guess what? The Atlanta Falcons playing in the NFC Championship. You know why I say that? Because I'm an ATL Kool-Aid drinker. And I'm going to see you Sunday at the end of that Falcon game. They come on at 1 o'clock. And I'm going to see you Sunday at the end of that game. And boy, you know what? I might do my championship dance if they win. You know, you ain't probably, you know what I'm saying? Do that dance. Ooh, that championship dance. All right. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment about any of those teams or any of those games that I talked about. You know what I'm saying? If you got any players that playing for Morehouse, you got some kids playing for Morehouse or Georgia State, West Georgia, any of them, and y'all get up on this video, leave a comment, become a ATL Kool-Aid drinker. Just don't love just your team, love the whole city, all the teams. Like all them teams that I got in the roundabout. Stay with them, win or lose. You gotta be ATL Kool-Aid drinker. You gotta drink that Kool-Aid, and once you start drinking that Kool-Aid, it can probably make a difference for your team. But right now, the main teams, the Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Falcons, about to become a dynasty. We're going to be loving them for a while. So have a good day. See you Sunday.